What is going on, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we are finally returning to the political process. Finally, after I don't know how long I haven't had a political process gameplay. I know you guys have been absolutely waiting so long for this. But yeah, finally I am gonna try to see if I can actually get back into this game. So without further ado, I know you guys have been waiting absolutely forever for me to get back into this, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and go over to a new game. This one actually looks pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and go off of someone like myself. Not that guy. And we can go off of him. All right, if anyone can give me some names, just right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and see what we can actually do. Let's do Larry Burke. Okay, let's do Larry Burke. Let's go ahead and stick with that name. And then let's go ahead and randomize his looks. I want to find something just a little bit better. Apparently there's supposed to be an update for this game soon, very, very soon, so, Kentu Papaya. Jesus. Better not get demonetized for that. 54 years old. Let's go ahead and put him at the age of 21. Let's do jaw. Oh, those are actually pretty good ears. I'm actually gonna create a custom character, I guess. Let's do his eyes around there. Probably gonna get rid of the glasses. What is going on, everyone that is just now joining? Welcome to the live stream. And for another thing, are we going to be a Democrat or are we going to be a Republican? So one of the goals of this live stream is basically to dominate state politics. I'm going to run for a position in which I'm going to be able to dominate state politics for many years. So this is going to be the first live stream series. I'm going to try to hold this to be a series. But the goal of it is actually to become more of a like a huge member, like a very important member of politics. So we got 2 votes for being a Democrat, so we could be a Democrat. That's not an issue with me. It's actually a little bit easier to be a Democrat on this game, especially depending on what state you're coming from. Let's go through the hair colors. Just kind of, it's gonna be a little bit not really a little bit, but I'm just adjusting. Black hair now. I'm gonna go for just the brownish. I guess that's okay. Let's see what other skin pigmentations we actually have. There's a little bit whiter. Come on, I added everyone on my live stream, on my thing. Come on, let's go ahead and get more people in here. I know a lot of people are waiting for political process. When is Power and Revolution 2020 coming out? I will get you a video about that whenever I actually get the news. I have not gotten anything about it as of recently. I'm checking my email right now. Only thing I've gotten in mail is the New York Times talking about the debate over riots. So, give me you guys' thoughts on the riots so far. Does this hurt or help Trump? Do you think that the riots are actually dangerous, or do you think that they are justifiable for what is going on? Yeah, let's go ahead and get me a mustache going up on here. Some Charles de Gaulle kind of stuff. Alright, let's I'm going to be a full white shirt. Since we're going to be a Democrat, I'm going to go ahead and do a blue tie, and then the suit is going to be just a little bit darker. We could run for president a couple of times. One of the biggest goals that I really want to do. Who doesn't like a good riot? Jesus Christ. All right, economic policy. Let's go ahead and go over our policy. Policies represent your position on every type of political issue. They are used during election campaigns and tell the voters on where you stand on each issue. If the voter disagrees with your policies, they will be less likely to vote for you. The policies can be changed anytime during an election campaign period from the policy tab in an election campaign menu. Do you support raising the minimum wage? We're going to say yes. Do you think the government aid to poor does more harm than good? We're going to say more good. Tax policy. Do you want to increase, decrease, or maintain current tax rates for low-income individuals? We're going to do decrease, decrease, and then increase. Or we could do decrease, maintain, and then increase. Support M4A. Oh, and Medicare for all. Since we're a Democrat, we actually could try to push for Medicare for all if we go federal. In order to improve the economy, do you think it's better to raise taxes and increase spending, or lower taxes and decrease spending? We're going to say raise taxes and increase spending. Do you support or oppose a flat tax rate on income so that all income levels pay the same percentage of their income in taxes? I think we're gonna oppose that for now. We could actually move to support it in the future, but for now, I'm gonna go ahead and oppose that. When you get a lot of name recognition when you run for president, even if you lose, and if you join a campaign share, you get a lot of points. Yeah, we're gonna oppose the flat tax for right now. Do you support or oppose background checks when purchasing guns? We're gonna say support. Do you support or oppose stricter gun control laws? Do you support or oppose banning high-capacity magazines and clips for guns? We're going to support. I guess we're going to support stricter gun control if we're going to be a Democrat, but we're going to oppose this banning the sale of assault weapons, and then we are going to actually support stand your ground laws. So I'm going to look for a state that actually has a little bit more support for stand your ground laws. Well, actually, since we're a Democrat for right now, we're going to oppose them. Do you support or oppose free community college? We're going to say support. We're going to say support on all of education policy. Immigration policy. Do you support or oppose a path toward citizenship for illegal immigrants to meet certain requirements, such as no criminal record? We're going to go ahead and support. Do you support or oppose tightening security at the U.S. border? We're going to support. And do you support or oppose expanding the number of short-term visas for immigrants whose job skills are needed in the United States? We're going to support. You guys know what Democrats want. Jeez, what state are you playing in, PG? That is what I'm going to. That is what I'm going to find out. Let's go. You guys know what Democrats want. You can use policy presets. See, I know that. It's just sometimes I like to go through. Well, yeah, I guess. I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to do just liberal and then liberal for both. Very liberal. And then we are going to oppose a universal single-payer healthcare system. We are going to advocate for lower military spending levels. Do you support or oppose an expanded Medicaid program providing more low-wage workers with access to Medicaid? We're going to actually support that. Do you support or oppose permitting federal government land to be used for oil exportation? That's probably going to change in the future, honestly. All right, sorry about that. Do you support or oppose permitting federal government land to be used for oil exploitation? We're gonna oppose for now. Do you support or oppose spending federal money to develop alternate fuel resources? We're going to support. Do you support or oppose spending more money on the development of solar and wind technologies? I'm gonna support, I guess. Where is the option for nuclear? Plus, we're gonna go for economy. We're gonna be a little bit of a blue dog Democrat on some issues. Humans are at fault for climate change. Do you support or oppose limiting the amount of greenhouse gases emitted by power plants? We're going to say support. Do you support or oppose implementing policies to fight climate change? We're going to support. And mandatory controls, we're going to say no on that. No, 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 no. All right, here is energy policy. Solar energy, we're going to say more. Wind energy, we're going to say more. Natural gas energy, we're going to say equal. Oil energy, we're going to say less. Nuclear energy, we're going to say more. Big advocate on nuclear energy. I really, really want this game to have a better emphasis on nuclear energy. PG, I thought we were doing Republican in California. Okay, so yeah, so that's what actually, since there's like almost 15 people watching right now. So one of the biggest things that I can actually do is I can run in California. If California does sound interesting, I'm probably not going to be able to win anything on a state level unless I seriously probably like go for these policies as a Republican. I'm literally going to be a Republican in name only. So I'm going to be a rhino. Except I'm going to have a little bit more, what is this, liberal fiscally and then social, a very liberal socially. I played Republican in Texas one time on normal. It was hard. One of the things, or if I could do this, if I went Democrat, I could also run in Texas. We could probably try to do Texas if I go Republican, I have the option of doing California. Since a lot of people did want me to do Democrat, I'm probably going to stick with that. What the heck? So apparently in Kenosha, Wisconsin, a 17-year-old allegedly connected to an overnight shooting that left 2 people dead during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin, has been taken into custody. So I actually saw the video on this in which this guy was being attacked by the mob, and so in response he had to pull his gun up and start shooting because he was being attacked. So it's unfortunate, but I definitely saw people grabbing the gun, reaching for the gun, trying to get the gun away from the guy, and that's not something you do. I'm sorry if you can disagree with me as much as you want, but don't grab someone's gun, especially at a protest. Being very liberal Republican would be an interesting choice. Definitely very liberal Republican. Okay, so I guess we're gonna be a very liberal Republican in California, and we're gonna run for state politics. I'm gonna be like basically the thorn in the back of the I guess everyone else. And if it ever gets just to a point where we can't do anything, then we're definitely, I guess, just gonna move states. Policy advanced. Let's go ahead and give me about $500,000 in savings. We're not going to start up on any position, and then we're going to start with a name recognition of about 100. We're going to do 700 and damn. Let's just do $1 million. We got $1 million in the bank and we're 21 years old. Let's actually 24. All right, and okay, so we have the list now. Do we want to be California? Do we want to be a California, or do we want to be in a battleground state? We could go for Virginia, which is a little which is more conservative, I guess, there's a chance that we could actually go statewide, like senator or governor of Virginia. So that is a possibility if we go for Virginia. But California would be an interesting choice, except 58% Democrat, 37% Republican, and 5% independent. Virginia is actually 54% to 41%, and then 5 independent. Do kind of an interesting state, but not too hard, like Georgia or North Carolina. Is Georgia that hard? Really? 52 to 43, and then 5. Arkansas, we got Kansas. As hard as that would be, you would have a better chance as a politician in Texas. Of course I would have a better chance. Well, actually, if I went to Texas, I would have to change my entire preset. It's all set to very liberal. Like, I'm meant to be a liberal right now. Like, I mean, hell, I'd probably do a lot better in the suburban and urban areas of Virginia than I would do in California. Virginia senator, imagine a very liberal Republican caucus leader. Yeah, exactly. That's what I kind of want to go for. Actually, the primaries might be hard. Yeah, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the primaries, which I actually have a strategy for that. Basically, you change your presets like every single time you go through an election. So go for like very Republican, and then use your like just wits over there. Let's look at Virginia. What do we have over here? I actually am unfamiliar with townships in Virginia, so all I know is that a lot of these cities are consolidated city counties. Hopewell City, Hampton City. There's 12,000 people in that city. What about if we go a little bit to the north? Harrisonburg City, Staunton City. Yeah, see, these are all just consolidated city counties. Albemarle County, DC suburbs. Well, DC suburbs, I mean, yeah, I mean, if we have a very liberal preset, I mean, there's Fairfax County, Loudlin County, Prince William County. What's the most Republican of these areas right here? Frederick County? Frederick County actually would be pretty good. It's 63% Republican, 32% Democrat, and 81,000 people, so there's a lot of people there. Let's see what's in Frederick County. We're going to be going from the county seats. Frederick County is included in the Winchester VAWV Metropolitan Statistical Area, which is also included in the Washington, Baltimore, North Virginia Combined Statistical Area. The House seat is a swing seat. Frederick County looks pretty good. Awesome. Hell yeah, we're going to be doing it from Frederick County then. Still trying to figure out what the county seat is. So the county seat is Winchester. All right, let's go ahead and do Winchester as the seat, since that is going to be the county seat. So, Frederick County. We're going to do Winchester, and then we're going to do Republican City Council District, State House, State Senate. So both of those are Republican, and then Congressional District. Congressional District 10. So yeah, it is a battleground. So that's going to be fun to possibly go for if we go federal. Hey, what is going on, Green Shirt Guy? Welcome to the live stream, and let's go over to advanced options. And as always, we're going to be starting from the year 2000, and we're going to set the population to 286,549,213. That's all we're going to mess with. We're not going to mess with any of these. We're going to hit apply. Don't want to mess with all of these states. If anyone can actually make me like a 2000 starting pack, That would be awesome if you could like go through, change all of the information on the states or something like that. Maybe even city. Well, states and nation would make more sense to actually do. Let's go back to continue, and then let's go to advanced options. So we are starting from the year 2000. All right, let's go ahead and start up. And Colin Hearn, let's go ahead and choose you as my chief of staff. And let's go over to jobs. State representative, state senator, U.S. representative, or U.S. senator. So one of the things that I want to figure out is what is going to be the goal of this live stream series. One of the things that I really want to do, yeah, multiplayer would be fun. I don't know how it would work, but it would be hilariously fun. So if I go for state, then basically the goal of that would be to dominate state politics to where I'm very, very high in the ranks of the state's legislature, and I would have almost due power over just legislation over that. One of the other things I could actually do, I could probably just go for either city or state. It's the not the one where you're actually running, but whenever you're actually picking who's going to be running in it, what your platform is going to be, and more. So what I can actually do is I could probably go for state representative, maybe go for speaker of the house, or at least party leader. And if I go for party leader, then I think I'm going to be able to at least choose a little bit more to make sure that we can actually win elections. The problem with trying for Speaker of the House is it's dependent on maintaining a majority in the House. Well, yeah, I mean, if I was Speaker of the House, then yeah, you have to maintain majority in the House, but then at the same time, yeah, that is true. And if you guys are watching this like right now, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Speaker of the House or President as your end goal, PG. President could actually definitely be end goal. Primaries would be difficult. Let's look. So I could go for state representative. State representative would be basic. If I went for federal House of Representatives, that would be a lot more, I guess, it's a lot harder to control it, especially whenever you are a U.S. House representative. Where are we from again? We are from Frederick County, Virginia. Don't go too quick, though. Take time and pay attention to metrics and legislation. See, yeah, I know. I was going to do that. Last time I actually did not pay that much attention. I was just kind of like, skipping through it because I really just did not want to play this game. But I've been away from it for too long. And now. Sorry about that. My mic disconnected. But yeah, I have been away from this for too long. So. Speaker of the House, don't go too quick. And then PG, you did it once, your Missouri series, you can do it again. Yeah, except I had to change it to easy whenever I did that. Little protege. I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of the protege menu. Definitely going to be assigning a lot of proteges to a lot of swing districts. So we're going to, that's really how I'm going to dominate state politics, is because I'm going to be able to use the proteges to my advantage. There's like a cap of like 50 to 100 of them or something like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and choose my job. So am I going for state representative, state senator, or U.S. House representative? Are we going for federal, or are we gonna want to dominate the state? If we go for states, let's actually look at our metrics. Let's see what's going on with the state. Elections, federal, states, state senates. State senate is 25 to 15. And then state house is 55 to 45. So that's a 10-seat difference in the house. And that was from the 1998 state house elections. Start off slow and go state senates. Dominate the state. Everyone's saying state. Let's go state. All right, let's go ahead and go for state representative. Let's choose Austin McGill. And let's go for per capita income. Wait, actually, crap. Okay, let's go here. Taxes. Let's reduce the income tax. State. Let's do a universal preschool program. No. Health priority. Let's adopt Medicaid expansion. And crime. Let's reduce crime. And then let's go over here to policy presets. Let's choose conservative as that. Because what are we going for right now? What I need to do, okay, so poll data. Let's go for 1,000 people. Let's do voter intention for 1. Policy support, voter enthusiasm, then priorities, and then economy, education, taxes. And that's it. That's going to be $40,000. Huh? Finance? I don't have enough money. Let's do $500,000 into our bank account. You might appeal to Democrats with Medicaid expansion, PG. I might. I don't think you can do you don't have funds. I don't think you can do a poll. Yeah, you totally tried to say that. Oh, man, that was funny. Frederick County. Let's see what our finances are looking like. 187. Contacts. We actually are running unopposed. For our first election, we are running unopposed. Let's do education. Let's do universal preschool. I know everyone loves that. Definitely got that Democratic approval there. So let's go to opponents, finance, volunteers. Let's do 33, 33, and 33. And then let's go over to finance. Let's see what that's netting us. $1,229. Let's do direct mail. And economy in general. 346,000. Well, 81,000. Let's do that. Oh, that made us lose independent approval, but we actually do have the independent vote for some reason. Oh, we're losing a little bit. 67 to 64. We have 20 people watching. So again, everyone watching this live stream right now, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you want to see more political process, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will definitely do that. Name recognition. Well, actually, so let's do voter intention. Oh, since we're in the primaries, that's a waste of money. Priorities: economy, education, taxes, poverty, guns and crime, and that's all that matters. Priorities: healthcare, economy, and taxes. So let's change our thing. Healthcare, economy, and taxes. So we have 2 of those actually. So let's do adopt a Medicaid expansion as our #1 priority. It was what was it? It was health, taxes, and what was the other one? Health, economy, and taxes. Let's do economy. I guess we will reduce the sales tax and then taxes again, and we're going to reduce the actual taxes. So I have a couple of ways that I can actually make up so we can keep those promises. Let's increase. I mean, speaking of, I mean, we have a lot of Democratic support even from what we're doing right now. Let's go ahead and go for increase on the rich people, though. We have surprising Democratic support right now. Oh, and that made us lose. because that gets us a lot. Here's the way I see it. All citizens will need healthcare at some point, so why not join together under a single-payer healthcare system? A single-payer system would be much easier for doctors and hospitals to administrate, reducing costs. Low-income individuals receive treatment for medical issues before they become serious, reducing costs. Doctors would focus on treating patients rather than determining whether the insurance company will pay for the treatment. Universal healthcare seems like a good option to me. Does that seem like it? I've seen the effects of drug addiction. I cannot support the legalization of marijuana. Speaking of, I do support the... let's go ahead and say that we do support the legalization of marijuana. Do you support or oppose defunding? Do I want to support or oppose that? That barely anyone gives a shit about it right now. Do you support or oppose cutting food stamps? I'm gonna say no on that. Do you support Social Security? I'm going to say yes. Do you support or oppose the legalization of same-sex marriage? Let's say yes. Do you support or oppose providing the same government benefits to same-sex married couples as are provided by heterosexual married couples? Say support. Do you support or oppose making the recreational use of cannabis legal? Let's go ahead and say support. Do you support or oppose making all abortions illegal? We're going to say oppose because I am pro-choice. And let's say that we are pro-choice, because the government has no authority to tell someone what to do with their body. If you believe that the government should not get involved in anything, then you definitely should support that. They should not get involved in the woman's body. I never get an abortion challenge. LOL, neither do I. If you keep changing your policies, you're going to forget your own policies. Yes, sir, I am. Don't forget to upgrade your staff. I can't really afford it right now with $1,200 coming in weekly, and I'm spending $560 right now on miscellaneous, which it's not really miscellaneous. It's me fundraising, actually. $560 on fundraising, and then there's like a $500 profit margin there. Once I actually win the primary election, then I'm very likely to get more money once I actually start going through the weeks. Never seen PG get one. Get what? I stayed in the House for a decade and Senate for 12 years. I keep switching. Nice. All right. And unsurprisingly, we win our primary election, which we're definitely actually going to win. I mean, that's what, 11,000, 12,000 votes to 20,000 votes. So higher turnout among the Republican primary. Democratic primary, we are almost unopposed. Congratulations on winning the primary. Primary election, the hard part is over. The party demographics are in your favor, so long as you do not anger your base. Thank you. Communism is the bomunism. Actually, I will gladly take your $2, but I'm gonna have to disagree with what you said. I don't know if you can get a refund or not, but that was funny. Communism is a threat to our very way of life. We're like really performing very well with the independent vote. They need to make more. I switch when I see one isn't in my party's favor. Damien, thank you so much for that donation. I really do appreciate it. Capitalism is great. Absolutely. Definitely agree with that. Thank you so much, Damien. To make sure that you from now on, everyone that super chats me needs to say something nice about capitalism. I like I like how Jack of Hearts was just like communism, like, and he's sharing money with me. You know, it's kind of ironic. Fundraising. Let's go ahead and do some fundraising for this. I'm kind of starting to get back into political process. I haven't played it in a while, so I guess staying away from it actually was a good idea, because it kind of like is now a little bit more refreshing for me to actually make content for it. So hopefully you guys actually do get happy that I am going to make a good amount of maybe a possible political process stuff in the future. Imagine giving money to PG simulating capitalist society and saying communism is the communism. Absolutely. I wish I could pin comments. Communism is epic kinda, but capitalism is just greedy people. No offense, I've just heard it from the internet. Oh my god, come on, Conehead, be original. See, I totally was for I totally was for socialism, somewhat communism about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever Bernie Sanders was first running in 2016. I totally was for that, but I mean now it's just complete garbage. And I mean we fought a lot to stop communism and socialism from getting to us, and to just like, you know, just give it up and say, you know, F it, I don't care about it. Like, it's kind of dumb. And then two, there is precedent against the implementation of communism. So communism is not, for the record, I was kidding. I totally probably honestly know that. I just like I just kind of like mess around. It's kind of funny. But yeah, I mean, I know history, and I've actually been doing a lot of research on things like the social unrest, the communist takeovers of 100 years ago, and that's not something I want to go through. That's not something I want to happen. So to prevent that, to support communism, you basically are almost in support of everything that, for one, everything that communism stands for. Not only, you know, yeah, you're looking out for your neighbor, but you're also adopting the history behind it. You're adopting similar policies behind what people wanted. So it's not fun. Yeah, revolutions suck. It's not that fun to, you know, you may there are a lot of people that I know that sit there and advocate for, you know, this is a revolution. This is us taking over. You're only adding more votes to Trump. Like, at this point, it's almost certain that Donald Trump is going to win the election, because I mean, you're burning down neighborhoods, you're beating people up, and you're getting yourself killed because you want to say that socialism is good, Black Lives Matter. I don't know. And I know that Black Lives Matter is not behind a lot of the rioting. They're not advocating for it, but at the same time, whenever it's guilty by association, basically. If you can say that you're guilty by association in any other sort of way, then Black Lives Matter is guilty by association for the riots. Because after these riots start, after the protests start, I completely am in support of the protesting. The rioting, I am not. But whenever they start protesting, then it starts rioting. It's literally a cycle in every single city that they have been protesting, and it always goes violent. So it's guilty by association that they are just, and they say, well, we're not doing that, but we don't care whenever that happens. That the fact that they are not speaking out against it, or even justifying it for other people, it is complete BS. I hate that. Let's do some more marketing. Let's try to get the, are we in supports? Let's do marketing, minimum wage, and 146,000. Get that Democratic support to us. And that actually gets the Republicans to actually kind of support us too. That's whenever that voter enthusiasm actually goes up, you're allowing those policies, if you are in support of it, then you're getting Republicans behind you because you're getting them more enthused to vote for you. So then you're getting them to be enthused to support higher minimum wages. So there's a way for you to actually change the way people think in this game, which I actually like. Express a commitment to focus on your party values and push. Focus on issues and explain why your policies are the best. Advocate for modern principles of compromise and bipartisanship. Let's go ahead and go for the because I really want to go for the largest Republican caucus. I want to be the leadership in the largest Republican caucus because that's going to help us win this election and win in future elections. Congressional candidate Michael Sessions, VA 10. Let's go ahead and attend that fundraiser. We got $250 in donations. We got 10 political points, so we have 100 political points. And let's go over to the next turn. Let's watch the election results. Larry Burke wins with, and let's see, 63.4% of the vote, 20,928 votes to 12,071 votes. That is almost exactly the same amount of people that voted in the primary. So definite strong Republican hold in District 29. Definite. That is awesome. Do you want to watch the presidential election? Let's go ahead and say yes. And I'm going to go grab a drink real quick. All right, and I am back. Wow! What kind of Republican landslide does this look like, boys? Holy hell! I need to take a screenshot. Oh god, I need a screenshot. What in the world is this? I come back and we freaking Republicans win. This is a great Republican landslide. Look at that. I mean, Washington goes red, Nevada goes red, Colorado goes red, Minnesota goes red for the first time since 1972. Since Richard Nixon, since they voted for Richard Nixon, Minnesota goes blue. Connecticut goes blue. New Hampshire and Maine go blue. I mean, Maine is kind of normal. New Hampshire's a little bit normal, but Connecticut, look at Connecticut right there. Holy hell. I want to see how close this election was in each and every state. Texas goes red. I don't know if I'm saying blue or red. I'm probably saying blue. It sounded like I was saying blue. 59 million votes, 355 electoral votes to 183 electoral votes. Allison Alford completely botches this election. Wow, that is awesome. That is an awesome landslide victory. Wins the entire Rust Belt too. Milo Bowie is the winner of this presidential election. Let's go ahead and see what the other election results were. Let's go over to the Senate. Looks like Virginia elects a Democratic senator, 1.7 million votes to 1.5 million votes, almost 1.6 million votes. Isaiah Hudson is the one that ran. Wow! Oh my god! What is this? Look at this. 59 seats. 10 seats won by the Republicans. They win in Washington, Nevada, Minnesota. They win all over the Rust Belt. Maine, Connecticut. Wow. Not only do the Republicans win in the presidential race, they absolutely dominated down ballot races. Let's look at the House. I'm absolutely afraid of looking at the House right now. 48 seats won by the Republicans, 265 seats to 170 seats. This is an absolute Republican landslide victory all across the board. Complete down ballot domination by the Republican Party. I mean, yeah, this is 1980 all over again. I need to take screenshots of each one of these election results. I want to get screenshots all for this. This is cool. I mean, I like it when see this is whenever it's cool whenever you see elections like this in CPP. This is all 2000. This is wow, this is cool as hell. First time I return to the game and Republicans completely destroy the Democrats in the 2000 election. Yeah, see, the Republicans are gonna suffer. Speaking of, I mean, again, down ballot races are completely being dominated by the Republicans. The Republicans won 10 seats in the Virginia House of Delegates. Okay, so I actually know a little bit about Virginia's governance. So it's actually not called the state house. It's called the House of Delegates. So what I am actually called is I am actually going to be called a delegate. So if you can, so I'm gonna have to try to make sure that I'm calling myself a delegate. We have 22 people watching this live stream right now. Everyone, please leave a like for that big Republican landslide. Not because I'm biased, but just because it was cool. Who is the governor? Let's look. Democrats. Wow, very, very, very close election between. Oh, that was actually in '98. That was 2 years ago. Looks like we're going to have an election in 2002. But very close election in '98. 996 votes to 996,000 votes to 959,000 votes. 50.9 to 49.1. Very, very, very close gubernatorial election right there. State Senate, we win. Republicans win. Republicans gain 4 seats in the Senate. I believe it is called the Senate, but I know for a fact that the state house is called the House of Delegates. And the Virginia House of Delegates is actually the oldest legislature in this hemisphere, basically. Between the East and West hemispheres, the Virginia House of Delegates is the oldest legislature because it was actually established in sometime in the 1620s, I believe. Doesn't Virginia have a gubernatorial elections on off years? Oh, yeah, they actually... Wait, actually they do. They always have it on off year. So that should have been 99, I believe. See, okay, so the game's... I don't think the game is actually accounting for that right now. Let's look. I believe it should have been in 1999. 2001. Okay, so the gubernatorial election should not be occurring in 1998, but it should actually be occurring in 2001. This could be caused by me changing the thing, and it's actually resetting to the 2 years because again or the 4 years actually. So on other times that you're usually having elections, then you're gonna have one in 98, which 98 is actually the year I was born. Ironically enough, but in real life there was a gubernatorial election about a year after this. So the gubernatorial election should be occurring in 2001, and that one Mark Warner actually won his election, a very close election by about 100,000 votes. He beat Mark. Both of them were named Mark. That was funny. He beat Mark early. And that occurred on November 6, 2001. It was actually probably very likely to be overshadowed by the 9/11 terrorist attacks. PG, when are you going to play Geopolitical Simulator again or Flight Simulator? Flight Simulator, I think what I'm gonna do is I could probably just start recording a bunch of like just not old, but small flights, and then I can render those and then just post them like I have been, or I could do more city kind of city places like I did with the Denton, Texas video. That one was actually really fun to make. So if you want your city to be featured in that, then I could definitely do that. Let's look at federal president. Oh God, wow. That's week 45. Message from campaign opponent. Thank you. You were a worthy opponent. This was my first election. We have 25 people watching this video right now. Let's go ahead and get up to 25 likes, please. I really, really want to get out all the way up to 25 likes. He played this and lost big. Have you guys ever watched Drew Journell? He's funny. Yeah. I love Drew Journell. He's actually really kind of funny. All right. Week 52. Welcome to your first term as a State House member. This is your office where I'll be This is where you will conduct all of your State House responsibilities whenever an activity is added to your schedule. You can find it in the summary tab within the office tab. Let's go ahead and say okay, and then we're going to join the Republican Conservative Committee. The Republican Conservative Committee is the strongest advocate for a conservative agenda. Members of this caucus advocate for socially and fiscally conservative policies. One of their main fiscal goals is to reduce government non-defense spending. Socially, they attempt to draft legislation that promotes traditional conservative values. Actually, 26% of the legislature is controlled by the moderate Republican caucus. This one would make a lot more sense for me to join if I really, really want to go for actual control. Going for the Republican Conservative Committee could actually make a lot more sense. But if I want to go for what it makes actual sense to go for, I'm gonna have to join the moderate Republican caucus. So I really, really don't know. Aren't you a liberal Republican? I am. That's actually why I would say the MRC is actually a little bit sensical, I guess. Conservative could be fun, though. Everything is still set to conservative, so there are two factors that influence how likely caucus members will be to support your legislation: your political points and your relationship with the caucus. Political points represent political experience. Republican Conservative Committee. I can change it anytime I want, so let's go ahead and go for that. Nomination process for State House Speaker. See, I actually really, really like this. This was actually a very welcome addition. It's actually really, really cool because it's a very lengthy process, actually. I mean, you got a lot of these people that are already running, and then it gives you the option to put yourself as a nominee for State House Speaker. I'm going to say no. And then we're going to go ahead and vote. Then we have the actual people. So Elijah Keller. Let's go ahead and just go for Elijah Keller. Support the current one. And then 45 to 54. Let's go ahead and do 55 to 45. Everyone's voting along party lines. Nomination process for party leader. And we are not going to run in this, but I'm going to try to show myself as... Okay, so here are all of the state laws that actually passed. Medicaid expansion. God dang it, someone already did it. (24-8-22). See, sometimes these votes actually matter. It's actually really cool whenever it comes down to that. Let's go for Walker. Well... Social Libertarian. Let's go ahead and go for that. 25. Has become the State House Republican Party leader. Nomination process for party chair. See, there's a lot of things. Let's say no. Vote for caucus chair. 3 to 33. 34. And then let's go ahead and select our committees. Let's do judiciary and then... Transportation, maybe. The election of the speakers still favor the ones with the most political points, though. Yeah, see. The most political points, but then, I mean, I've been able to run several times and then, like, actually kind of beats some of the biggest name politicians. It's amazing when you should be doing your school stuff, but instead you're watching PG. Yeah, and you're watching the live stream that literally is called The Rise of PG. Energy. Instead of transportation, let's go over to energy. The Energy, Environment, and Natural Resources Committee has jurisdiction over energy and environmental policies and regulations. Let's go ahead and hit continue. Preschool programs for low-income children increases eligibility from 260. Full-day kindergarten has been established. Universal preschool has been established. See, that's one of the things that sucks. I run in the election. This is kind of why I don't like political process right now, is because these are like Medicaid expansion, gas tax, high education grants. I mean, full-day kindergarten, tax reform, universal preschool, minimum wage. All of these are like the biggest things, are like the only things that like are actually interesting enough to pass. I mean, the only other thing is just to get involved with the state budget. But then at the same time, I mean, like, I don't know. It's one of the things that frustrates me about the political process, because like everyone always passes the stuff that I want to get passed. Like, you know, I want to do that. Come on. Like, I didn't even get the chance. Is marijuana legal yet? Actually, probably not. No, it's not. Tax reform. See, the only thing that you can actually do is to sort out the tax situation and get it to a point to that is satisfactory, I guess. Have you ever played President Infinity 2020? No, I have not. I've actually tried to play President Infinity, but I've never been able to actually know how to play it. State minimum wage, national minimum. Okay, so, and that's the other thing, is that you're giving the option for a state and national difference, but once the national difference goes past the state, then this one doesn't even matter. So the only option is to raise it above the national one, which, I mean, $10 an hour is actually good, so. Can I abolish it? Yeah, I can. Primary school funding. Student welfare committees. See, these are the other ones. And then free community college. So even if I didn't do it as a state, then the national one is already for it. But one of the other things is that if you actually do adopt the one for a state, basically it takes a little bit off of the federal. It takes a little bit off the federal expenditure, and then it kind of like splits it between the state and the federal government. So that's a system that I like, but you know, it kind of like counteracts whenever the federal government actually does it. So higher education grants, I really hate it whenever the federal government makes a decision on this. Abstinence only and then comprehensive sex education, especially whenever it's abstinence only, because doing that on a federal level would be very, very, very like bad. Let's go over to office. Let's see what I can do. Medicaid expansion. So let's look at the metrics. There are going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be looking at. Revenue and expenditures. So we have a $200 million deficit. Wait. Okay, so revenue is $18 billion. So we have a $25 million deficit right now. But our road trust fund and our unemployment funds are actually healthy, so that's actually really good. I mean, this is the first time I've ever been able to open up on a state and see that, I mean, the road trust fund is actually properly being funded. Biggest ones that I usually like to go for is definitely balancing out these areas, if you can. And there's ways you can actually do it without raising too many taxes. 47.6% of our expenditures are going to education. Usually, like half of the expenditures of the states usually go to education. What is our dropout rates? 10.2%. They need more challenges, for example, legalize abortion. But, I mean, unless you give yourself these challenges at the beginning of the game. Report compiled on week 1, 2001. I like how it actually tells you that, as if you're reading actual statistics. Poverty. 11.4% for poverty. Unemployment is 5.1%, and underemployment is 6.3%. Increasing welfare benefits such as food stamps will help reduce the effects of poverty. The poverty effect represents the impact that poverty has on the community, and it's about 6%. Unsheltered is 0, sheltered is 15,000, so that means 100% of our homelessness are actually sheltered. They should reward more points to gun challenges. Always get 1 or 4 points, bruh. Yeah, right. Poverty levels look like they're going down, so they actually are. Poverty level, I mean, this is unemployment. We're actually very, very minimal effects. Taxes, $21 billion being made off of tax revenue, almost $22 billion. Income tax accounts for about 50.3% of our income. 24.1% is coming from the sales tax. So what else do we got? We actually have a carbon tax. We could probably increase that. So what I want to do, I want to decrease this right here. So about 75% of my income is coming from sales tax and an income tax. So if I actually reduce the income tax but then increase the sales tax, is actually going to probably be a little bit better. I mean, would you rather have a sales tax or would you rather have an income tax? Would you rather just pay more on products that you're actually going to buy, or would you rather have your money be taken from you from your paycheck? Which one sounds better? I mean, that's taxes for you. Unemployment tax. Let's go ahead and let's do this at 12,000. All right, that's a little bit better. They get more benefits, but then they have a little bit more taxes taken out. 3.3%. What's with you and abortion, LMAO? Ah, that's funny. Income because it isn't flat. Oh yeah, actually we could go for a flat tax. I completely forgot about that. Hey, what's going on, Mickey? Welcome to the live stream. Hey, I love your vids. What state are you in? We are starting out in Virginia. All right, let's see the chances of that getting passed. Larry Burke, so that's HR1. Granted a hearing 11-6. It will now be sent to the full chamber for amendments and a vote. You have completed all of these challenges, right? Okay, so it is accounting for me. So see, that's the only benefit about that, is that like it completes it even though I didn't do it. But since it's actually there, like, I mean, yeah, cool. Hell yeah, we got 25 likes on this video. Everyone that is watching, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and just keep supporting. All right, it's floor debate. Medicaid, we got Medicaid expansion. Eliminates Medicaid expansion, reducing the number of people having access to healthcare. Our state does not need have any need for Medicaid expansion. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on this legislation. This legislation will decrease access to healthcare in our state. This legislation should not have been written. And then universal preschool, a Democrat wants to eliminate it. Children do not. Oh, that's probably going to get. No, it's going to get Republican support. Why would they do that? And then that one, this legislation will help ensure that unemployed individuals can maintain an acceptable standard of living for themselves and their families while they try to find employment. I urge my colleagues to vote yes on this bill. This legislation will help ensure unemployed individuals can maintain. Okay, so it's actually probably going to get bipartisan support. Governor supports H.R. 1. This legislation is amazing and has my full support. So we are going to get great numbers on this. Do you support or oppose this legislation? 64-36. We got bipartisan support. Even a lot of Democrats actually did come behind. A lot of Republicans actually probably didn't like it. Even Elijah Keller, I believe he is actually the leader of the party, but enough Republicans actually came behind it. 45 Democrats, 0 opposed it. 19 Republicans supported it, while 36 Republicans were against it. But then that added up for a total of 64-36. So now it's going to go over to the Senate for a vote. Governor opposes H.R. 3 and 4, which is the elimination of Medicaid expansion and universal preschool. So since I voted on... So the way this game works is actually the more you vote along the lines of what your party wants, the more they're going to like you. So in order to actually get people to like me, even though the governor is going to be against it, I'm going to go ahead and support this. So it's barely going to pass the House. I know for a fact that these things are not going to get the 2/3 that they need to override a veto. So one of the things is that you're going to be able to benefit off of, voting in line with your party. But then, I mean, as long as you do it strategically, and then you don't do it on things that you know are not going to be able to get passed, then it actually does help you. Because again, the governor is going to veto them. So if once it hits his desk, I mean, he's not going to sign it into law. Let's go ahead and support again. Has passed the House of Representatives. So again, I get the benefit of voting in line with my party. But again, that's a tie. One Democrat came over and voted in favor of the elimination, which is probably the guy that actually introduced it. Who is that? Stuart Jarrett. I want to run for Congress when I'm old enough. Nice. Totally. I want to vote when I'm old enough. Same. Your legislation, H.R. 1, has been approved by the committee 9-5. It will now be sent to the full chamber for amendments and vote. Need-based higher education grants. Let's look at the amendments that are actually being proposed to that. Let's say no to an amendment. And then amendment opportunities. First brackets. Let's go ahead and say yes. Let's go ahead and cancel that because that's actually bugged. That passed along party lines. So again, I'm only voting in favor of these things just because, like, I want to. Do you support or oppose this amendment? Let's say oppose. The amendment actually passed. Income tax. Let's say oppose. So see, this is what I'm going for. Republican Conservative Committee, I actually have 13 out of 36 people that actually like me. They actually like me 85%. Moderate Republicans 75%, and Libertarians 75%. Need-based higher education grants. Let's go ahead and say support. So again, you do it very, very, very strategically. I want to live in a society not run by lizard people. Is there even things like something on here for abortion? City police grants, definitely want to do that. Other, illegalize abortions. I mean, it's already legal. If this policy is set to true, abortions will be illegal. If it is set to false, abortions will be legal. In Virginia, they're already legal. God dang. Foster care. Social services. Oh my god, social services is not even legal. $443 million. Go ahead and accept that. And I know for a fact that's probably going to get to the governor's desk. Your legislation, HR 1, has been passed in the state senate with a vote of 23 to 17. It will now be sent for a conference reports to adjust any discrepancies between House and Senate versions of the bill. So I guess there was an amendment made in the Senate. Your legislation, HR 7, has been assigned to the Human Services Committee. My reputation does nothing. Your legislation has been approved by a committee with a vote of 14 to 3. It will now be sent to the full chamber for amendments and votes. And your legislation, HR 1, has been signed. Well, that was HR 7, actually. Your legislation, HR 1, has been signed into law by Governor Mitch Bedoya. We're in week 5 of 2001. I'm going way too slow. All right, let's go ahead and support 91 to 9. And has been approved by the Senate Committee 14 to 0. 36 to 4 in the Senate, and then has been signed into law by the governor. See, we're getting a lot of approval from other people. We actually have one person in the Senate that actually has, I have influence over. So we're really, really just trying to get as much influence and political points as we can. I mean, why did you, you don't care for it, it's just for your fun time for later. Oh, that's, man, that's the abortion debate everyone talks about. See, the first, like, couple of weeks of every year is always, like, full of just stuff. Provides funding for state universities and colleges. More funding means lower tuition rates. So we got budget request, $1.7 billion. Governor budget was to add $2.1 billion. The current budget is $1.78 billion, and then the amendment would be for $1.76 billion. I guess. Okay, that's gonna be along party lines. Education, adult education and summer school programs. The request. So it's going to be about $11 million that they're going to be losing. See, even a Democrat is trying to reduce funding. If I become governor, then I'm definitely going to be having some sort of way that I'm going to be going for education. Let's oppose, I guess, again, along party lines. State funding for public schools, 7-8, and oppose. Everyone opposed it, even her. Come on, why'd you make the change? Why'd you make the change if you didn't want it? The state he's running in is Virginia, whose citizens. Oh, wow, that's funny. Everyone watching this right now, again, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and if you want to see more political process in the future, please just let me know. Should I stop doing political process as I did before? Hell yeah. Community development, universal school lunches, free and reduced price lunches available federally. Energy assistance, health, crime, drug crime. Let's eliminate those sentences. Governor supports HR 9. Let's say support, passes committee. Let's say supports, Republicans get behind it. Only 18 Republicans actually opposed it. If you have fun doing it, it'll be fun for us to watch. Do what makes you happy. Same. I just want this game to be updated. Jesus Christ. Clinton's bodyguards come and string you up. Hell yeah. Don't stop playing Political Process. Mood. America Only Sports. That's an interesting name. Alright, we're finally at the end of the year, and our legislation has been signed by the governor. Representative Michael Sessions will not seek re-election. In 2002, the following elections will take place. State House, Governor. See, it's a year behind. The governor election should have happened this year. It's not supposed to happen along the lines of State House. It is the only 10 to 20 major bills you will pass. Yeah, right. And we have re-election. Let's go ahead and go through re-election on here. City laws, full-day kindergarten has been eliminated, but we do have a state program which is going to cover that. Run for re-election, State House. Do you want to run for re-election as a State House representative? Let's say yes. Austin McGill is again going to be our campaign manager, and let's go for economy. Let's do reduce taxes. Reduce the gasoline tax. And poverty. Opponents, we have one primary opponent. What is his platform? Income inequality is a natural result of the free market economy. Some jobs are worth more than others. He is against preschool. He's against universal preschool. He's a Republican that is against guns. Pretty liberal on guns right there. Government handouts do not eliminate poverty, they perpetrate it. Citizens have spent their entire careers paying into the Social Security program. They deserve to continue receiving benefits. Follow Sim Mayor on Twitter. Their game is dropping tomorrow. Sim Mayor, okay. Oh, it's on itch.io, so I could probably request the code for it. It's coming out 8/27. Apparently it's a French game. It's a mayor simulator. There's no official way to play it on a computer, though. Where in the world is what's the platform for it? Trying to find that out. Let's go to rallies. So all we need to do is just get the... Okay, so... Sim... Source language is English. Activity discussions. If anyone can find a way for me to actually get the game, I'd probably try it. Android and iOS, you can use an emulator. Okay, it's gonna be why are you suggesting phone games to me? You got games on your phone, boy? God dang. Trying to get me to play some phone games. Hell. 43% Democratic support on that. We really I like sometimes effect on public opinion always changes like really solidly. Republicans, there's a support for the minimum wage going up. Effect on public opinion. So it has a high public effect on opinion, and it actually gets more votes for us. Let's do poll data. Let's do voter intention. Make sure we're not in danger of losing our seats. Marketing, taxes, poverty, Social Security. Say we enjoy ourselves some Social Security. I don't even know what word that is, Blanca. What's our financing looking like? 1,600, Jesus Christ. I'm not getting that much money off of opponents. Finance, 1,500. That means we're losing more money. Staff, policy, finance, volunteers. Let's do 67 to 33. Oh, crap. I didn't... Oh, God. Hopefully we win this election. Please tell me we win this election. Oh, wow. That was close. Only about 9,000 votes. Probably... No, that's like 6,000 votes over there. A little bit of a division in a Republican Party, but we did still win our election. Let's make sure that next time we're not even running against someone. Watch 2002 be a Democratic wave year. Yeah, I know. Senate candidate Earl Wood. Ah! Oh god, that's scary. I really enjoy these kinds of events where I can get to know other politicians in my party. Thank you. I like to know your little face right there too. Senate. God, I have to do that guy again. Ugh. Man, Mr. Wood really likes to have rallies with me. Congressional candidate Andy Bonnet. Okay, so he's going to be the new guy that's going to be representing us since Michael Sessions actually retired. State budget has been approved by the legislature. Minimum wage amendment hearing increases minimum wage to $10. Let's say no. Let's say Republicans were really split on that, but it passed. PG and other humans, you should do Swiss political tests one day. I put a link to one in the Discord server, and you can do it in English. I'll go ahead and do that after this live stream. Texas is turning into California. This is why I prefer Oklahoma. Sadly, the unwashed masses are coming here too, though slower. See, you're in danger of it too. Let's say express a commitment to the party. Even then, I still have like over 60% of Democrats wanting to vote for me. Let's go to campaign. Let's do poll data, and let's do voter intention. Larry Burke, 60 to 39. That's a very healthy margin to win by. All right, 59.8 to 40.2. 1 point higher than what it was supposed to be. All right, so let's go ahead and see these election results for federal. Andy Bonnet lost his election for one thing in the House, so we have a Democrat running in here. So obviously that's what happens. Let's go ahead and see what happens at House of Representatives. Oh man, 82 seat swing. Ouch. Big ouch. I mean, these numbers literally just flipped. Yikes. Minnesota goes blue. I mean, what was red of New England just completely just washed away. Virginia's a little bit more bluer. North Carolina and Florida a little bit redder, I guess. Senate wise, 2002 we elected a Democratic senator. 1.3 million votes to 875,000 votes. Even Mr. It's Hood, Earl Hood. And surprisingly, I mean, god dang, they win 2 seats. I mean, they still have no power in the Senate, but I mean, they won 2 seats, and one of them was completely considerable. Georgia flips to the Democratic Party for the next 6 years. I mean, big yikes. GOP got completely destroyed in the House of Representatives election, but in the Senate, it's not considerable because they still have 57 seats to 43 seats, but I mean, Georgia flipped. So that's saying something. Hey, what is going on, Patriot? Welcome to the live stream. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. President, nothing. Governor, we elected a Democratic governor. Mitch Bedoya has actually won re-election. Actually, that is the reason why Michael Sessions had to retire, because he was actually running for the governor's seats. So he got 862,000 votes to 41.8%, 58% to 41.8%. So very bad loss for the Republicans in that. Let's go ahead and look at what's going on in the city mayor. We elect a this was a 99. City council is Republican and the school board is Republican. Yeah, Mitch Bedoya did have quite a bit of support. I'm so mad I took a nap earlier and I just woke up. Yep, I got up at like 12 and I was just like, political process, let's play. We lost 82 seats in the House and 2 seats in the Senate. I mean, what would you take away from that? City Council member Gary Fowler has decided to retire and will not seek re-election. Note, if you run in this election, you have a very good chance of winning. I know that, but I'm not going to go for a city position. See, one of the other things I actually thought about doing was the party chair for the campaign committee for the state. If I actually do it for the state, I mean, it'd be pretty interesting to do. Doing it for the city is actually very interesting too. Definitely going to be watching over these city elections. Once we actually get through these city elections, and I'm probably going to end this live stream. And I'm going to try to stream more of this tomorrow, since what my goal is for this live stream is literally to play through the entire life, political career of the character that I'm playing as right now. So we're going to be running in a lot of elections. We're going to be multi-term, and we're going to be playing for at least 50, 60, 70 years. That's my goal. We have 28 likes on this video, so if we can get up to 30 likes, that will be awesome. Where are you playing? I am playing in Virginia. I'm playing in the northern part of Virginia, Frederick County, Virginia. So let's look. Dwayne Hawley, Elijah Keller, and Adrian Scholes. State House Speaker. So we still have the majority. Wait, no, we don't have the majority. Oh, we lost the majority. It's probably really close, though. I need to check. Let's go ahead and not go for speaker. Elijah Keller apparently is going to get the support right over there. Wow. Yikes. Let's look at... That kind of hurts to look at. Ouch. Oh man, rest in peace, Republican Party of Virginia. I mean, ouch. 24 seats lost in the last election. Write our names on a piece of paper and put it on your fridge so we get special treatment when you're huge. I'll remember y'all. I'll definitely do that. But yikes. Pack your bags and leave. Hell yeah. See, so about the OG, you know, for people that have been, you know, in support of me, I mean, Green Shirt Guy, Blanca, Jack of Heart, Patriot, I definitely, if you guys can all join my Discord, basically what I want to do is I want to get a kind of like an OG group going to where, like, I guess if, like, I mean, you know, my channel does blow up or something like that. I mean, what, almost 4,000 subscribers right now. I mean, once I get up into the higher end or something like that, if I do, yeah, I mean, that would be really cool if I actually had kind of like a circle of people where it's just kind of like where we all are just like we were there, we all remember it. So that would be really cool to have, and then just, like, you know, reminisce, you know, haha, remember whenever you were that small, and I was just like, yeah, like, I'm already in it. See, I know Patriots in it, no Green Shirt Guy is in it. So if you guys are not in the Discord, please go ahead and join the Discord. Heath Bublik won the state Senate election. Other elections, Republicans gain no. See, okay, so we don't have a Senate election until 2004. Let's go ahead and go over to archive and let's look at the map. So Richmond lost. Frederick County was actually won by the Republicans, except for the city. I forgot what city county was in there, but yeah, president, actually, there was one thing I really wanted to look at. Let's look at the exit polls. I told myself I wanted to look at the exit polling for it, but 56-43 in the state of California. They got it within 1.5 million votes in California. Colorado was 1. Connecticut was 1. That was 51-48. Delaware, not that close. Florida, 54-45. Georgia, 57-42. I wish I could see the county map of Georgia for the Senate. 67-32 for Hawaii. Idaho, 68-31. Indiana, 61-38. Very big margin in there. 54-45 in Iowa, 60-39 in Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, 53-46. See, there would definitely be split electoral votes here if that was implemented. Because Nebraska and Maine split their electoral votes. They don't just give all of the electoral votes out to whoever wins the popular vote of the state. They're given out proportionally, actually. Michigan, 51-48. Minnesota, 50.1-49.1. Very close election in Minnesota. Higher Democratic turnout, but the independents definitely decided that vote. Look at that. 89,000 to 48,000. That is a huge difference. That is definitely what swayed the vote in Minnesota. See, that's how important this is how important freaking independents are. The CDU went from Michael Falk to Trump guy, then Trump 2020, then JoJo 2020, then Trump 2020, then Constitutionalist, then Christian Democratic Union. That's funny. I mean, yeah, look how important these freaking independent voters are in some states. 61 Nevada, 52-48. Who decided this one? Wow, it was just literally because Republicans turned out better than Democrats. See, I need to play somewhere like Nevada or something like that, and just like get them to continue to go for Republicans in presidential race. I mean, six electoral votes, but it'd probably be the deciding factor. Republican North Carolina, 54 to 45. That's almost a 10-point lead. Who decided it? Republican. I mean, 400,000 more Republicans turned out than Democrats in North Carolina. North Dakota. I mean, that was a given. Ohio. More Republicans turned out. See, these landslide elections are usually always decided because there are way more of a certain party that turn out, and especially whenever you see it like that, I mean, that's the reason why. Oregon was barely even close. I mean, that's 10 points. Pennsylvania, 51 to 48. New Mexico was apparently close. I actually didn't see New Mexico. New York, New Mexico, 50.9 to 49.1. It was close. Barely. I mean, the independent vote definitely. Well, more independents voted for him. Oklahoma, 66. Tennessee, Texas, 65 to 34. Very, very nice margin of victory in Texas. Look at that. 2.2 million votes to 4.4 million votes in Texas. Virginia, 51 to 48. About 100,000 more Democrats actually turned out. A lot of independents turned out. It's 100,000 votes. More independents voted for the Republican than the Democrats, so I guess that could have been a deciding factor. But I mean, that's still a lot of turnout that didn't go for him. You guys think California will be red again? Probably. I mean, not in this political climate. Whenever everyone, what I'm thinking right now is, yeah, a lot of people are going to vote for Democrats because, you know, they want certain things, but as people get older, they're going to start getting more conservative. And so the Republicans, I mean, if this is the same party system, assuming that our party system is, you know, the same in about 20 years, a lot of people are going to kind of like think back and say, you know, that was kind of stupid of us. So I don't know why the Democrats are in this. Yes, my home state went red in TPP. What is your home state, actually? My home state is Texas. Primary results. 1805 to 1515. 53 to 45. Prescott did pretty well in the primaries. He did not win any contest, though. Looks like Alford actually won most of the contests. 56 to 38 in the Republican primary, and again, the second candidate did not win that many delegates. I mean, he didn't. I mean, he won a lot of delegates, but I mean, he didn't win any contests. John Mills, Mr. John Mills. Whenever 2004 rolls around, I'm definitely going to be paying attention to the to that nomination process for your caucus chair. All right, this is the one I'm actually going to run in. Wilbur Webster and Judith Nash. Judith Nash actually sounds so familiar. Do you want to run for the caucus chair position? We're going to say yes. Vote for caucus chair. Oh my god. We got it. Nominees for Speaker of the House. Oh wait, Speaker of the House? I thought it was the party chair. But we actually got it. I can either vote for Wilbur Webster or I can vote for myself. Congratulations on becoming the party chair Congratulations on becoming the chairperson of the Republican Conservative Committee. As a chairperson, you have incredible influence over how members of your caucus will vote on legislation. So long as you have a good relationship with your caucus, they will vote as you vote on all legislative proposals. Larry Burke has become the caucus chairperson. RG is always talking about how great Oklahoma is. Oklahoma is great. If you don't think that it is not great, then you're kind of gay. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Select my committees. Let's go ahead and put myself on the Appropriations Committee, and then let's put ourselves on the Health Committee. All right, let's go ahead and go one round. Message from party leader: oppose HR1. House Minority Leader Elijah Keller. Once you oppose HR1 in its current state, you can make amendments, make any amendments to it as you want. Do you want an amendment to it? No. All right, let's support 31. Wow, we are completely like, I mean, look at that difference. 31 to 69. Guess there's 100 members. Is there 100 members in that? In the Virginia House of Delegates. Yeah, there is 100 members. Okay. The House shares legislative power with the Senate of Virginia, the upper house of the Virginia General Assembly. The House of Delegates is a modern-day successor to the Virginia House of Burgesses, which first met at Jamestown in 1619. See, that's what I was talking about, is the Virginia House of Burgesses. If you very, very likely heard of the House of Burgesses, or Burgesses. The House of Burgesses was basically it was the first elected representative element of the Virginia General Assembly and the first one in the colonies of the United States. So whenever we actually got here, we were just like, hey, I mean, we should start electing members. We should start having representation. So we were just like, all right, let's make the Virginia House of Burgesses. And then after the Revolutionary War, I believe, they actually changed it to the House of Delegates. Yeah, the House of Burgesses was the first elected legislative body in the New World. Originally having 22 members, the House of Burgesses met from 1619 through 1632 in the choir of the Church of Jamestown. From 1632 to 1699, the legislative body met at 4 different state houses in Jamestown. The first state house convened at the home of colonial governor Sir John Harvey from 1632 to 1656, and then the Burgesses convened at the second house from 1656 until it was destroyed in 1660. Historians have yet to precisely identify its location. Hey, who wants to go on a freaking history run? Let's go find the second state house. Hell yeah, PG's gonna crack the case. Are you gonna give him a role in the Discord? PG thing. I think Trump 2020 is a vet. I mean, once the stream ends, I'm gonna have to rewatch the entire stream. LOA. Yeah, 2 people have joined the Discord. Hell yeah, everyone joining the Discord is awesome. Vote on legislation, income tax. Let's go ahead and oppose it. One Republican. Who was that Republican? Randall Neal of Virginia 58. It is passed, and it is going to go to the Senate. Floor debates. Amendments. 48 to 56. Yikes. Let's go ahead and let's put it to 25. Even 3 Democrats crossed the aisle and supported us. That was Dole Bale, Susie Hope, and Rachel Salt. So that failed. I'm gonna oppose it. What is this is our thing. We have more support from the Libertarian Party than the Republican Conservative Committee. We have a 71% relationship with them, though. We have 9 out of 17. So we have 53% of the House of Delegates actually on our side. Floor debate, tax reform amendment. More tax reform? Really? You want to create an amendment? No. We're going to oppose the amendment, and then we're going to vote in favor So 9 out of 17. 71, 9 out of 7 still. They took back 82 seats. They did. Yes, sir, they did. Hell yeah, we have 20 concurrent viewers and 30 likes on this video. Thank you all for the support of this. Really, really like it whenever I have live streams like this that are attentive, I guess. A lot of people talking and saying stuff and all that. That's awesome. So we're going to go ahead and go through this year. We're going to go to the election. Dang it. So we got the primaries going on for the 2004 election. Are you playing as a Democrat? I am playing as a Republican. Watch 2004 be another blue wave. Yeah, but 2008 and 2012. Are you kidding me? 2006 and 2006 is going to be pretty interesting to watch. All right, 2003. Let's go to politicians. Well, let's go to elections. Mayor, 2008, 2003. We elect a Republican mayor, 65 to 34. City council, neither party gains seats, 85% of the vote in my election, and 5 seats to 2 seats in the school board. Nothing changes on the city level. We got a lot of people joining on the Discord. Awesome. This is awesome. Right Empire, Slizpenny, Blanca, welcome to the Discord. American Only Sports has joined finally. $32 likes. Awesome. All right. Ooh, who is this? Oh, debate topic. Healthcare policy. All citizens should have access to healthcare. That is why I support universal healthcare. Oh, come on. Come on, Anderson. Percival Anderson. Okay, screw it. We're going to go through the 2004 election, and then we're going to stop. Because, just so you guys can have some closure on this presidential election. We're gonna closely monitor this presidential election. We're gonna very closely monitor. We're gonna watch the primaries as they happen while also making sure that I'm running. So we're gonna if it's gonna be like a saving grace if we have no one run against us in the primaries. Can you invade Iraq? I wish. I mean, it's around that time, isn't it? 2003, my boy. I support Medicaid expansion because it ensures that the most vulnerable members of society have access to health care. History, we have city council member, mayor of Chesapeake, Virginia. So we have a fellow Virginian running for president candidate in the 2004 presidential primary. Continue, and all citizens, so basically the same thing as the first guy. Who's this guy running? He's a former governor of the state of Michigan. 3-term city council member, 5-term state representative, 2-term state senator, then 1-term governor of the state of Michigan, and then now a candidate in the 2004 presidential primary. PG doesn't have a real name. His official name is PG IRL2. Yes, sir. That is on my birth certificate. Imagine going from Chesapeake mayor to president. I mean, what's wrong with Chesapeake? Come on. What you got? What's your Dizzy again? What's your Dizzy? Dizzy? Discord? You mean Discord? I'll go ahead and put a link in the comments. It's gonna expire after a day, but everyone that wants to join the Discord, go ahead and do that. In which state are you running? I am running in Virginia. In Virginia. Swear to God. The rise of PG. Need to first name politics, last name gaming. We got committee guy on here. What is your He wants to decrease and then maintain and maintain. He wants to maintain the upper income tax rate. We got Miss Soto right here saying the exact same thing. They're all saying the same thing. I am proud that we can come together to discuss the importance of healthcare in this country. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share my ideas. I am happy to hear that so many ideas about healthcare from both parties, and I believe all these plans have been created with the best intentions. My own view on universal healthcare is that it is the best plan for the country. I believe it'll work well. I support Medicaid expansion, but I understand that some people oppose it, and I am eager to learn what they dislike about it. If there is something wrong with the program, I want to address it. Brian Baines. Maybe. He's part of the Progressives, actually. Progressives, he's a part of the well, that's actually the number one thing. And he's actually U.S. Senator from the state of Delaware. One-term U.S. Representative from 87 to 89. And then he is a three-term senator from the state of Delaware. He's a two-term chair of the Progressive Democrats and now a candidate in the 2004 presidential primaries. View all district elections. So yeah, it is Delaware, 68.9% of the vote. Ooh, that's probably gonna be how I can actually check the Georgia election. I want to see what that was by. He won in a landslide, so it'd be a massive turnover. Alright, I believe our healthcare system can be fixed. Everyone supports universal healthcare on this ballot. State law, income tax, and gas tax. Am I still sick? Not that much. I'm actually starting to feel a little better. Senate could go back Democrat. They need impeachment in this game. LOL. Yeah, that would be fun. It's no political game without impeachment. They need to add scandals for impeachment. Yes, sir, they would. Alright, let's go ahead and run for re-election. You have failed to complete the challenge. Reduce the gasoline tax. Let's do Austin McGill. He's getting a little older. Let's increase the minimum wage. Taxes, reduce the gas tax, and reduce road congestion. Opponents, Gary Fowler is running against us. God dang it. We're gonna make sure that we can actually win this election. I'm just sitting back a little bit. For those watching right now, again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more political process in the future, please let me know. If you add impeachment, then vice presidents, they actually matter. If you add impeachment, then vice presidents actually matter. Yeah, they actually do. Yes, impeachment is also one for me, although they should also add in-depth conventions and foreign events. Yeah, that would actually be cool. I don't know why I said out loud. Oh man, that's funny. Frederick County News. Impeach Trump and convict him in game. Damn, huh? Come on, I need to make a Donald Trump simulator or something. PG saying he is my new God. I'm gonna kill myself. No. Oh man, I'm gonna get demonetized by saying that out loud. Well, at least I made what, $13 from this live stream. All right. Let's go ahead and try to open another field office. See what happens there. A little bit more. I mean, policy, staff, contacts. You have successfully attended all events. Can you be Michael Bloomberg serious along with Trump? Oh god. They should add random events that would shake up the gameplay. Yeah, this game is like so bare goddamn bones, and it's disappointing. And that's one of the reasons, again, like I did not play this for a little bit. I mean, I've stayed away from it long enough to where I'm just like, now I'm kind of interested in it again. But like, this game needs an update. It needs an update. It needs new legislation. It needs events. It needs something. And I mean, the guy has been doing the exact same thing that I did, where I was just kind of like, I just stop saying something. I mean, let me check on the updates of this game. I mean, I know there's going to be a new update very, very soon, but I don't know when. I mean, the last time there was talk was about 8 hours ago. Let's check. See, the last time that this dude said something. So he said something about 6 hours ago. The beta version has been updated with the following changes. Fix an issue or deactivating heritage. He has a lot of different changes. So he's on the beta version as of August 25th. So that was yesterday. I totally just realized it is 3 o'clock and I totally had something to do like right now. And that sucks. Yikes. I'm gonna go ahead and go through this, and I'm gonna go ahead and have to jump off. Let's do 70,000. Get some people to come over. Let's go over to poverty, social security. $50.2. Okay, so I can just skip over to the presidential election. I think guess I'm good there. Finance. We really need to figure out something on the money. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I wanted to really closely monitor that presidential election, but I totally just completely realized I needed to be somewhere. All right, 63.4%, 21,000 to 12. Do you want to watch the presidential election? Let's go ahead and say yes. Georgia is won by the Republicans. Virginia goes blue. It's an incumbent running. We're gonna see a Republican victory. He loses Connecticut. He loses Minnesota. He won the Rust Belt. He still wins Nevada. He lost Washington. All right, 317 electoral votes. Pretty closer. I mean, he lost like almost 10 million votes there. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more political process in the future, just let me know. Go ahead and join the Discord and talk about it over there. Again, if you guys leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's go ahead and hopefully we can actually get... no, my home state went blue again. Oh, well. Oh, man, that's funny. But, alright, if you guys like this, again, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.